Shall I start now? Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and guest. Welcome to joint meeting of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, St. Paul Toastmasters Club, Indian Academy Toastmasters Club, and St. Paul Gavel Club. I'm Toastmaster Regina Ismail, and I'm performing the role of Surgeon at Arms for this meeting. Here are 6 Zoom etiquettes we will follow. Switch off phones and any noise-making devices and remove any other distractions around you. Please keep your Zoom microphones in silent mode and unmute it only when you are invited to speak. Please keep your video camera switched on. Your faces and smiles will light up the screen, and meeting role players, speakers, and especially today's invitee, Suchitra Intulkar, will see your responses. Please remember to switch off your video camera when you need to step away or have to eat in order to avoid distractions. Please use the chat function to provide feedback to speakers directly. Use high five, thumbs up, namaskar, applause icons when someone starts or completes a role. Please do not post on general chat while session is going on, as this may distract speakers. Our Toastmaster Club is mission to provide a supportive and positive learning experiences in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Your cooperation will help us provide that. Thank you. I'm happy to introduce the presiding officer. So in the absence of presiding officer, we need to substitute.
Toastmaster Day,
yes.
I will take over the role of presiding officer for today.
Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Thomas, yes.
Okay, I'm happy to introduce the presiding officer, our DTM, Renosh Thomas. Let's invite DTM Renosh Thomas. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Regina Ismail. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters, Gaveliers, and all the guests present over here. Those who are here in the Zoom as well as all around the globe. We've got people coming in from US, from Bahrain, from Saudi, from Dubai, from India. Wow, it's already a global platform as I speak right now. Let me first, as presiding officer, call the meeting to order. Let me call the VP Education, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Are there any apologies or changes in the agenda?
There's no change in the agenda. We can continue as it is. Except if Nasha Sasan does not report, then that, again, the presiding officer, these 2 things will have to be changed. So with these 2 changes, I request you to go ahead.
So in case our counter, Toastmaster Nasha Sasan does not turn up, we will have
Fatima Safa, right?
Fatima Safa, who will take her place.
Yes.
Right.
So these
2 changes, one is,
we will register.
Thank you. So first change is the presiding officer, which is already changed, myself. And we have Toastmaster Fatima Safa, who will take the place of Toastmaster Nasha as our counter in case Toastmaster Nasha does not turn up. So shall we pass the agenda? Let me request any of the fellow Toastmasters to propose and second the motion to pass this agenda.
Sriparna, can you please propose quickly? I propose it.
I propose the agenda for the meeting.
Thank you. And I ask someone to second.
Harish, can you second? Second the motion?
Yeah, I propose the agenda.
Yeah, he's seconding.
You need to say seconded.
Okay.
Seconded.
Yes. I'll record.
All right, I'll take that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. With this, our agenda is confirmed and we move ahead. But before I do that, I will request all of you, there are around 28 participants over here. Can I request all of you to come on the screen? I would like to talk to each one of you rather than talking to a blank wall or a black screen. I would like to see my screen fully covered with your smiling faces. Wonderful. Timer as well, you can come on screen. There is no problem for now. At your role, you can go back to your screen. All right, fantastic. So I'll say greetings to all of you from Toastmasters and guests beyond the borders. This is our joint meeting series. So welcome to the joint meeting of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, St. Paul Toastmasters Club, Indian Academy Toastmasters Club, and St. Paul Gavel's Club. I extend a hearty welcome to all the role players in this meeting as well. Let us put our hands together to welcome our esteemed general evaluator of today, Toastmaster Sakshi Srivastava. Welcome, ma'am. Also, thank you. We have our speech evaluator. We have one speaker today for our meeting, and our speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Pandey, is here with us. Welcome, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Pandey. Without each of the role players, this meeting wouldn't have been possible. Toastmasters connects us truly in the spirit of fellowship and learning. Today is a special day. One we have with us is the Ventriloquist Suchitra. I welcome her on behalf of all the clubs with a huge round of applause. And she's joining us all the way from India as well. Welcome. We have Eloquent Elites Gavel Club in the making. Wow. And we have with us here young aspiring leaders from Eloquent Elites Gavel's Club. They are the prospective Gaveliers under the leadership of Aditya Verlikar. And he is here with us as well, poised to take off Eloquent Elites Gavel Club to a great heights. Well done. Congratulations. And many of the parents are joining us as I get information. I congratulate you on this initiative. I welcome you in this journey of perpetual growth as well. Let me take this moment. The Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande, who is VP Education of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club. She is the president of All Elites Advanced Toastmasters Club. She's a blogger, writer, leadership coach, translator, HR consultant, and a Rotarian. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Over to you.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, Distinguished Toastmaster Reynolds Thomas. I don't know what I will do without you. You are there at every moment guiding me. Thank you so much for it. So with this note of gratitude, I extend my hearty welcome to all the guests, Toastmasters and Gaveliers and present Gaveliers and the prospective Gaveliers and their parents. Today's meeting is dedicated to firefighters. From the year 1995, Fire Service Week is being observed from 14th April to 20th of April all around our country. 14th April is observed as Martyrs' Day. We all celebrate Vishu, Baisakhi, and so many festivals. Hardly anyone remembers, but that is actually a Martyrs' Day to pay homage to brave fire personnel who lost their precious lives while performing their duty. Why? On this day, at Bombay Dockyard, a massive and devastating fire broke out on a ship at SS Fort Stickney, which was carrying 1,200 tons of explosives, imagine, cotton bales and oil drums. And in the line of duty to extinguish that fire and save lives, 66 brave and devoted firefighters of Bombay Fire Service sacrificed their lives. Let us pay our respects to them with a moving poem by an unknown author. Not many people remember us. Not many people care. Unless a life is saved or lost while we are fighting there. We learn to respect the fire we fight, and even love it too. In order to end its destructive path, it's what we are trained to do. There are many who can't comprehend why we love the things they fear. We are the first they call in their times of need. It is the reason why we are here. The next alarm might make us proud and heroes of same kind, or maybe it will be our last in service to mankind. But whatever fate may bring us, it doesn't change our hearts. We are firefighters to the end. We'll always do our part. While this is the theme of this meeting, we also have the session to cool our hearts. So here comes a stunning Suchitra with her vibrant ventriloquism. Suchitra is a professional magician and ventriloquist. Any happy occasion becomes happier in her presence. She received Limca Book of Awards for national record for continuously performing ventriloquism for 121 hours. Imagine, ventriloquism is a complete involvement of your vocal cords and at the same time your hand movements, and which has to synchronize with your thoughts. It is very quick amalgamation of all the various faculties. She has to credit more than 10,000 events in India. She has done it in Muscat, Mauritius, Doha, and Qatar. Now she has come to Bahrain too. Magic and ventriloquism are both a quintessential combination of art and science. Suchitra got this as a heritage from her father, Professor Kumar, who is well reputed in this field. Without much ado, let me invite Suchitra Indulkar with a huge applause. I request you all to unmute and give her a huge applause. A quick appeal to the audience. If you have any questions, please put on the general chat. Please read the questions others have posted so that you do not repeat the same question. After Suchitra ji completes her session, I will take the questions. And please mute your microphones and ready yourself for a note of laughter, for a riot of laughter rather. And Suchitra ji, at 13 minutes, you can see on the screen a green timer, the green four, and then at 14 minutes, you will see the yellow on the screen. And in 15 minutes, you can see red. So which means, okay, you can wind it up in 30 seconds. 30 seconds to 1 minute. And the rest of the time is in your hands, 5 minutes for answering question answers. Is everything clear to you?
Can I start?
Yes.
My voice is audible?
Yes, your voice is audible. Yes.
Okay, so hello everyone, and this is Ventriloquist Suchitra, or this is my special friend. Where is? Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. It's on. Hello, it's on. Yeah. My friends! Yeah, this is all your friends. Hello!
Hello.
All my friends. Yeah, all your friends. Okay, so welcome to all. Welcome to all. Yes. It's Toastmaster session? Yeah, it's Toastmaster session. Yeah. I'm so happy. I'm also so happy. Okay, so first, they want to know your name. My name? Yes, they want to know your name. I'm not talking about your name. They know me very well. ऐसा आपको लगता है? Okay, fine. मैंने बता दिया है. I'm already ventriloquist Suchitra. Is that clear? So tell your name. Okay. His name is Julio the Great. What? 1 second. Is this your name? Yes. कुछ अजीब है. His name is Julio the Great. Okay, the Great. Okay, fine. Okay, so Julio the Great. Okay, fine. ये बार बार again and again. I'm not saying great. I'll just say Julio. Okay, fine. Yeah, good. So Julio, yeah. Today is a special session. Is Toastmaster, yes. And the Toastmaster Club is about leadership. Exactly, leadership and public speaking skills. Very good. How do you know? गिरिजा मैम ने बताया. Okay, गिरिजा मैम ने बताया. Okay, right. Okay, आपको उनका नाम कैसे पता? पहले बताओ. Okay, fine. पहले बताया था. Right. Okay, it's all about leadership and public speaking skills. Development leadership. Right. Okay, so Toastmaster makes you a leader. Very good. Okay, leader. अच्छा, इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? हाँ, एक्चुअली इससे हम लीडरशिप हम अच्छे से कर पाते हैं. मतलब जो घर में भी अभी तू मैं चलता है वो भी कम हो जाता है, जैसे आप करते हो, जैसे मैं करती हूँ. हाँ, ओके, फाइन. ये टॉपिक यहीं पे नहीं है. ओके, गुड. So Julio, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Fine. So Julio, yeah, I'll ask you some questions. Go ahead. Good. So my first question is, which is the brightest city in the world? Brightest city? Yeah. Which is the brightest city in the world? Electric city. Yeah. Okay. Good. All of my friends. Yeah. All your friends. Right. Julio, yeah. Tell me, what are the three great American parties? American parties? Yes. What are the three great American parties? First, Democratic. Am I right? You're absolutely right. Second, Republican. Okay, Republican Party. Yes. And third, Cocktail Party. Cocktail Party. Yeah. I'm sorry. Actually, this is a Toastmaster session. Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sure. I'll ask you one mathematical question. What? I'll ask you one mathematical question. What? Just a question. Okay, fine. Good. The question is, I have two apples. Okay, and you have one apple. Why? It's a question. Okay, go ahead. Good. So I have two apples, right? You have one apple. All right. I will give you one apple more. Okay. Then how many apples do you have? Let me calculate. Okay, fine. What are you doing? Nothing. What is the question? The question is, I have two apples, right? You have one apple, right? I will give you one apple more. Okay. Then how many apples do you have? Only one. Only one? Yeah. How is this possible? What? And what about the first apple that I give you? I ate that, my friend. Okay, fine. Right, yeah. See, Julio, yeah. क्या है, आज यहाँ पर पूरी दुनिया से हमें देख रहे हैं सारे गेस्ट, सारे मेंबर्स. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, all of my friends. Yeah, all your friends. Fine. So एक काम करते हैं, कुछ थोड़ी सी हिंदी में भी बात करते हैं. टोस्टमास्टर, हाँ टोस्टमास्टर, आपको भी सब जानते हैं, मुझे भी सब जानते हैं. So थोड़ा सा हिंदी में बात करते हैं. Right, good. Julio, yeah. You know papad? Yes, I know. Good. I love papad. Very good. I love papad. So papad और झापड़, इन दोनों में फर्क क्या है? एक बार खा के देखो ना दोनों ही. Okay. It's okay. So Julio, yeah. क्या है, आज इतनी सारे दर्शक आपको देख रहे हैं, सारे बड़े मेंबर्स हैं, इसमें छोटा तो कोई है नहीं. All elders. Yeah, all elders. So one special question. Right. Good. क्या है Julio? Yeah. मुझे कुछ ऐसी बात बताओ जिससे उम्र लंबी हो जाए. What? क्या पूछा? मैंने ये पूछा, मुझे कुछ ऐसी बात बताओ जिससे उम्र लंबी हो जाए. लंबी उम्र चाहिए। हाँ, सारे दे आर 32 पार्टिसिपेंट, सो सारे चाहते हैं कि लंबी उम्र मिले। अच्छा, हाँ, शादी कर लो, शादी कर लो। हाँ, आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, शादी करने से उम्र लंबी हो जाती है? तो लेकिन तो फायदा है, 2 फायदे। हाँ, बताओगे पहला फायदा? बताओ, बिल्कुल बता दो। लंबी उम्र की ख्वाहिश खत्म हो जाएगी। ओके, और दूसरा फायदा बताओ, बिल्कुल बता दो। बच्ची कुची जिंदगी लंबी लगने लगेगी। ओके 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 फाइन, कर लो शादी। नहीं, जरूरत नहीं है, जितनी है उतने में मैं खुश हूँ। अच्छा, गुड, या सहूलियो, या क्या है, सारे दर्शक आज स्पेशली यहाँ पर टोस्ट मास्टर सेशन में आए हैं, जो है स्पेशली डेवलप करता है लीडरशिप स्किल्स। मुझे भी करना है, आपको करना है। सो बिल्कुल सबके लिए ये सेशन, और सबके लिए ये जो टोस्ट मास्टर है, सबके लिए वेलकम करता है। अच्छा, मुझे जाना नहीं, जरूरत नहीं है, जाना नहीं पड़ेगा। टोस्ट मास्टर्स के ऑनलाइन सेशंस भी होते हैं। यस एग्जैक्टली, सो आप बिल्कुल ऑनलाइन सेशंस भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। बिल्कुल गुड। सो अपने सारे जो मेंबर्स हैं, जो न्यू मेंबर्स अटेंड करेंगे, जो गेस्ट है, उनसे भी आप बिल्कुल बोल सकते हो कि टोस्ट मास्टर क्लब ज्वाइन करने के लिए। यस, वेलकम टू ऑल, वेलकम टू ऑल, बिल्कुल ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, जिसमें आपकी लीडरशिप डेवलपमेंट होगा, पब्लिक स्पीकिंग स्किल्स डेवलप होगा, और आप क्यों आएंगे? मुझे इन्वाइट करेंगे ना? नहीं, कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ये बार बार नहीं इन्वाइट करेंगे। अच्छा, ओके, सो आपको जस्ट ये सेशन के लिए गिरिजा मैम ने हमें बुलाया है, सो स्पेशली हम थैंक्स बोलेंगे गिरिजा मैम को। थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक यू सो मच मैम। और आज स्पेशली गिरिजा मैम की तरफ से हम यहाँ पर आए हैं, सो उनका स्पेशल थैंक्स हमें करना है कि उन्होंने हमें इनवाइट किया, इसलिए हम इतने सारे पार्टिसिपेंट 34 ओके राइट, आपने काउंट किया? उधर लिखा है, ओके उधर लिखा है, राइट। सो 34 पार्टिसिपेंट से हम सब मिले और हम इंट्रोडक्शन दे पाए अपना। सो थैंक यू सो मच गिरिजा मैम, थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक यू सो मच मैम, मैम इज सो क्यूट, या मैम इज सो क्यूट। ओके, सो एक काम करते हैं। She's so happy. Yeah, she's so happy. She always happy. Okay. सारे मेंबर्स वैसे हमें अटेंड कर रहे हैं और सारे मेंबर्स हमें एंजॉय भी कर रहे हैं, सारे खुश हैं। मुझे नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है, आपको देखने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, वो आपको देख रहे हैं। ओके, हाँ। सो ये जो सेशन है ये चलता रहेगा, और जितने मेंबर्स हैं, मीटिंग चालू है? हाँ, मीटिंग चालू है, लेकिन आपके जाने के बाद कंटिन्यू होगी। ओके, हाँ। सो एक काम करते हैं। What? आपने कितने सवाल किए? मैंने बहुत सारे सवाल किए, मैं पूछूं? अच्छा, you want to ask me one question? Okay, okay, fine. जवाब दोगी? बिल्कुल दूंगी, पूछो तो सही। एक आदमी 1 रुपए में समोसा खरीदता है। एक आदमी 1 रुपए में समोसा खरीदता है, 8 आने बेचता है, 8 आने में बेचता है, हाँ। फिर भी हाँ, वो आदमी लखपति बना, कैसे? एक आदमी 1 रुपए में समोसा खरीदता है, हाँ, 8 आने में बेचता है, हाँ, फिर भी वो आदमी लखपति बना, कैसे बना? ये नहीं हो सकता, लखपति नहीं बन सकता। बन गया, हाँ। मैं तो नहीं बता सकती, मैं बताऊं? आप ही बता दीजिए। पहले सारा करोड़पति था वो। ओके, पहले करोड़पति था, हाँ। गुड, ओके, दिमाग की बात है। राइट, सो एक काम करते हैं, जाते जाते वैसे भी सारे अपने बहुत सारे अपने मेंबर्स हैं, एक जाते जाते एक छोटा सा सॉन्ग उनको, थोड़ी सी अपने देश की याद, हाँ। ओके फाइन, चलो एक छोटा सा गाना हम ले लेते हैं, हिंदी वाला, और कोई भी जो आपको सही लगे। ऑल मेंबर्स। हाँ, जो जानते हैं वो उनको तो बड़ा अच्छा लगेगा गाना सुन के। अच्छा आप सुनो, मैं सुना, हाँ ओके फाइन, चलो मैं सुना देती हूँ। गाना पहले मैं स्टार्ट करती हूँ, बीच में मत बोलो, ओके हाँ। गाने के बोल है, what are you doing? Nothing, हाँ। गाने के बोल है, गाना अच्छा इस ऐसे गाना होता है मैं तो ओके सॉरी। गाने के बोल है, बार बार देखो, हजार बार देखो, कि देखने की चीज है हमारा दिलरुबा। ताली हो, ताली हो, ताली हो, यही गाना राइट। स्लोली स्लोली, अच्छा यू वांट स्लोली स्लोली, ओके हाँ लास्ट टाइम, ओके नो नो इश्यूज। बार बार देखो, खोलियो व्हाट, गाओ स्लोली स्लोली, हाँ तो स्लोली स्लोली। बार बार देखो, अंदर बाहर देखो, नो 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 नो, इट्स नॉट अंदर बाहर, बार बार देखो, डबल बार देखो, डबल बार हाँ, वाई डबल बार, शॉर्टकट नो नो, कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ऐसे लॉन्ग कट से चलो, हाईवे से राइट। बार बार देखो, कितने बार देखना, एक ही बार, आगे चलो, ओके फाइन। हजार बार देखो, हजार बार देखो, कि देखने की चीज है, देखने की चीज है हमारा दिलरुबा, तुम्हारा दिल। व्हाट, इट्स नॉट तुम्हारा, हमारा दिलरुबा, तुम्हारा दिलरुबा, ओके फाइन, तुम्हारा दिलरुबा, हमारा दिलरुबा। Don't laugh, Julio. Continue. Taliho, 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 taliho. कैसे लगा? Very nice, very nice. Okay, so hello. What are you doing? Clap कर रहे हो ना? कोई नहीं clap कर रहा है, आपको सिर्फ देख रहे हैं और आपको हंस रहा है. Okay, हाँ. ओके सो एक काम करते हैं, आज का ये मौका जो हमें मिला है स्पेशली गिरिजा मैम ने दिया है टोस्ट मास्टर सेशन में आने का। सो सबके लिए हम अपनी तरफ से बहुत सारी विशेस करते हैं, बहुत सारे गुड विशेस देते हैं कि और स्पेशली गिरिजा मैम के लिए विश करते हैं कि उन्होंने हमें जो मौका दिया है और सबसे मिलने का। सो थैंक यू सो मच ऑल ऑफ यू एंड गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल। सो थैंक यू सो मच, सभी से कह दीजिए थैंक यू। इट्स ऑल, नहीं कोई जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ सबको कहना है। गिरिजा मैम, हाँ शी इज वाचिंग यू ना, yeah. She's so cute. Yeah, I know. Okay, so हम सबसे उनकी मीटिंग बाकी है, मीटिंग बहुत सारी कंटिन्यू है। So एक काम करते हैं, सभी से कह दीजिए थैंक यू वेरी मच। एक साथ कोई जरूरत नहीं, सिर्फ आपको कहना है थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक्स अ लॉट, थैंक यू गिरिजा मैम, थैंक यू, थैंक यू,
So
थैंक
sweet.
यू, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू।
Thank you. Thank you, Suchitra. That was so very full of life and enthusiasm. It infused a lot of energy in us. I'm very sure this is a very tough thing to do.
Yeah.
So I was just expecting few questions. I don't see any questions posted here, but there is one question which is something from our Ranush. Why don't you speak, Ranush?
Okay, thank you.
You can speak that, yes. Not many questions are there, so you can ask yourself.
Right, Suchitra ma'am, my question is, how has the acceptance of ventriloquism in corporate world, and how effectively is it being in corporates?
It's ventriloquism like a double voice. So is this basically ventriloquism पर एक्ट ही बोला जाता है, और जो नॉर्मली जिनको ये स्पेशल वर्ड पता नहीं होता है उससे वो टिपिकल जो पपेट शो लाइक बोलते हैं। So it's a basically special word is ventriloquism.
No. His question was, companies में how do they accept it? In corporates, probably आपका bandwidth low है, तो his question was, ये बर्थडे पार्टीज में बुलाते हैं, अदर इवेंट्स में बुलाते हैं, बट कंपनीज में कितना बुलाते हैं आपको? कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट्स में is it good? Ventriloquism, is it
हाँ, कंपनीज
preferred
में
group?
क्या है, उनका जो कुछ प्रोडक्ट होता है या अगर कुछ भी उनका, जैसे लाइक आज आपका टोस्ट मास्टर है, सो उस हिसाब से जो प्रोडक्ट होता है उनका प्रमोशन, लाइक प्रमोशन के लिए इनवाइट किया जाता है। तो स्पेशली दिस इज हुलियो, दिस इज मॉन्स्टर कैरेक्टर, सो वन इज बॉय कैरेक्टर, बॉय पपेट आल्सो। सो उस हिसाब से उसको ड्रेसअप किया जाता है स्पेशली, एंड उनका प्रमोशन करने के लिए उनकी अलग से स्क्रिप्ट होती है, और उसके लिए उनके हिसाब से जो प्रमोशन करना है या कुछ अवार्ड फंक्शंस है, सो उसके लिए इसे यूज किया जाता है।
Lovely, very
Thank
interesting.
you.
We have Vinay Srivastav also, who has a question. Yes, he's also a very senior Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster. Please ask your question, sir.
Hi, Shrath. Thank you for this session. So one thing which I wanted to ask is the beauty in ventriloquism is hiding your lip movements. That should not be visible because the puppet is speaking. I have tried, I have given a couple of speeches also with a puppet, and but there's always a challenge. For me, it has always been a matter of practice. I have not been able to practice that much, and as I can understand what you have been doing now, it must have involved thousands and thousands of hours of practice. So while you are hiding the upper jaw or the lower jaw, what I believe or what I have done is that the lower jaw has to be a bit ahead, something like that, and that lip tongue movement or the that is not visible. Just wanted to understand from you directly as to how or which is the correct technique for upper jaw, upper jaw, that kind of a thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, sir, actually उसके लिए words अपने जो होते हैं वही होते हैं, but जो स्पीक आउट करने की टेक्निक होती है उसके लिए कुछ वीडियोस भी है अपने यूट्यूब पे। सो उसके लिए एक टेम्पररी वर्ड होता है, लाइक डी, जो बेसिकली कुछ लेटर्स होते हैं, पी जिसमें हमारे लिप मूवमेंट होती है, पी बी डब्ल्यू जिसमें लिप मूवमेंट होती है। सो उसको विदाउट मूविंग योर लिप्स कैसे बोल सकते हैं, उसकी एक टेक्निक होती है और वो टेक्निक ही हम यूज करते हैं और उससे प्रैक्टिस करके फिर हमारा कंटिन्यू रूटीन हो जाता है वो। और मैक्सिमम हम कंसंट्रेट करते हैं दिस मोमेंट।
So it starts from writing. It starts from, I believe, writing. The writing itself, what you are writing for that puppet, the dialogues or the particular dialogues for that puppet. It starts from that.
Yes. So हाँ, जब हम या एखादा कुछ भी जोक्स होता है, सो हम वो जो लेटर्स होते हैं वो करना पड़ता है हमें पहले राइटिंग में, एंड आफ्टर दैट प्रैक्टिस करके वो कंटिन्यू हो जाता है, और एक बार प्रैक्टिस हो जाती है सो वी आर कंटिन्यू।
ओके।
और मैक्सिमम कंसंट्रेट करते हैं कि ये मूवमेंट में जितना ये मूवमेंट ज्यादा होता है सो आपका कंसंट्रेशन यहाँ पे ज्यादा हो जाता है। सो आधा जो ध्यान होता है तो इस पे होता है, सो यहाँ पे ध्यान आधा हो जाता है, सो वो लेवल इक्वली हो जाता है तो
मैच हो जाता है। Excellent, very nice, Vinay sir. We never knew it, so that is super. We would like to. It requires like thousands of practice. Whatever we see on stage is something that requires so much of hard work. I think Fatima Safa also has a question. Fatima, would you like to ask a question? Yes.
Yes. Thank you to Suchitra ma'am for that wonderful ventriloquism. We really enjoyed it. It is said that everything has a starting point, that you start with a dream or start with something. There is a spark within you and you move towards it. So I would like to know about your story. How did you come into ventriloquism? Something about yourself.
Yeah, my father was a magician and ventriloquist the last 45 years in this field.
Spotlight.
So पापा के साथ बचपन से at the age of 10 मैंने start किया था, and then after 2 years I'm going professionally completely with Papa on stage on all events. बस तब से continue, बीच में थोड़ा सा 8 to 10 years का बहुत बड़ा gap हो गया था, but after that still I'm continue.
Super. Lovely.
Thank you,
Very
ma'am.
nice. Thank you so much. It is
Thank
an
you, ma'am.
inspiration
Thank
to
you.
all of us. We all know that when people put work outside, we see only, whether it is a dance or a song or anything for that matter, magic, circus people, whatever they put in front of us, it looks so very impressive. And we say hi and then we have fun. We forget about it. Probably in a matter of hour, what they put, they take hours and years to practice. So that is something so marvelous. I appreciate you for the effort and wish you all the very best. I'm very sure all the audiences enjoyed. So let us all give her a good clap. Please unmute yourself and give her a thunderous clap. And then I would
Thank you.
request Ranush, please can you share the certificate that we have prepared for her?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
I will request if TMOD can ask all for a group photo as well.
Yes, we'll have a group photograph, please. Yes, as our distinguished Toastmaster Renaud says, let us all have a group photograph. So request everybody to please put on your video so that we'll have a group photograph. Yes, please put on your videos, please. We all want to be seen. Please put on your videos. 1 minute to put on 30 seconds to put on the video, please. Please put on the video for just 30 seconds. Then once the photograph is done, then you can be back. If can we have? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Vijayana. Yes. Neha, Vivan, Tanush, Verv, Nasha is there. Juhi, Kasturi. Dr. Deshpande, request everybody to please come on. Regina.
Nice to see the Gaveliers.
Yes,
Gaveliers
absolutely.
well.
Absolutely. It is a pleasure to have all of you on camera.
All right.
To see you
Here we
all.
go.
Yes, let's have a picture. If you can put your heart sign, that'll be
Put a
nice.
thumbs up,
And then a thumbs
emojis,
up.
and
That'll again be wonderful.
here we go. I'm going to take it. Be ready. 1. Right. You're still getting a few more switching on the cameras. Yes, ma'am. Here we go. 1,
That's
2,
lovely.
3. All right. I've taken the first one. Hold on. Don't leave. Get your next pose ready. All right. Here we go. 2, 3. All right. Done. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Suchitra ji. We'll share the certificate also.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. Slightly?
Just see the certificate and then you can leave. I'll send it to you. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
We are very honored. All the 4 Toastmasters Club together. It was a common decision to invite you. I spoke on their behalf. I thank all the clubs, Toastmasters Club and the Gavel Club, for giving me this opportunity to be their representative. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, both of you. Yes. So we move on to the next part of the session. We had a beautiful session, isn't it? So I'm sure that you all enjoyed. And the questions were also very interesting and meaningful. Now we move on to the next session. We were talking about firefighters. Firefighters are real heroes, like we just now saw. They're strong, fearless, resolute, level-headed, kind and compassionate. What are the skills they have? So many skills. Communication, problem solving, social competence, time management, spatial awareness, physical fitness, adaptability, mechanical aptitude, knowledge of first aid, different kinds of fires, the chemical knowledge of chemicals, methods to douse them. All these are taught in them. There are diploma courses for 3 years and degree courses for 4 years. And believe me, there is not a fancy salary there. But most of them are there because they're real life heroes with a robust heart that beats for others. That is why they are here. So I bow my head, and I'm sure all of you at this moment will remember them for a minute and pay homage to them. Moving on with the Toastmasters session. A Toastmasters meeting has 3 parts. The first is prepared speech section. Usually we have 2 or 3 speeches minimum, and then there is the following evaluation of the speeches. But here today, because we have the ventriloquist session, we have only 1 prepared speech. Then we have got the table topic session, and that is handled by another person, the Toast Table Topics Master. Today it is Sriparna Basu. The table topic session, about what is that about, she will explain. It is something that is open for guests as well. That's all I will say, and I will leave it to her later. And then there is a 3rd session which is led by the general evaluator, and that is actually called the evaluation section, the evaluation of the speeches. The entire meeting is assisted and happens because of the various role players. What is their role and what will they do? You will see as the meeting progresses. So before we proceed, the first person that I want to introduce is the general evaluator, Sakshi Srivastava. She is a software developer, hardware to be a triumphant Toastmaster. She is from Orji Oracle Toastmasters Club, Jaipur, District 98. She has served several District 98 Toastmasters International by several posts. She has been a club's VP Education. She's a District Newsletter Content Curator, Area Director, Division Program Quality Manager, all these several roles, and Division Director. She has been in 21-22. So she has been instrumental in chartering 2 community clubs and 1 corporate club. And she has completed 2 pathways, visionary communication and strategic relationships. And she is pursuing the 3rd pathway, team collaboration, which our speaker today is also following. And she, for the current team, also she is a member, and she wants to serve as a member for the current year. The division winner in Kahani, I heard her story. It was so beautiful to listen to. She is a 1st place winner in several competitions in the club also. So Toastmaster Sakshi, please can you explain your role as general evaluator? Over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Girija. It was such a humbling introduction. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce the role that I'm playing here. I am the general evaluator, and my role has started as an observer right before the meeting itself, since the agenda was released, and right now as it is progressing in such an enthusiastic, energetic, and such a lively manner. My observations will continue until the end of this meeting, when the Toastmaster of the day invites me to present that report. With me, I have a lot of other observers as well today, and all of them will be introduced by our Toastmaster of the day, like timer, AHA counter, grammarian, and of course, the evaluator for the project speech being presented today. All of us together are observers, me being the one who observes not just the speeches or the spoken content, but the conduct of all the role players as well. With that, I would like to hand over to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Girija. Over to you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. That was a very sweet and subtle introduction. Now, I request the grammarian of the day, that is distinguished Toastmaster Reynolds Thomas, to give the word of the day and explain the role of a grammarian. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Greetings once again to all the Toastmasters and guests. Language, and for that matter, effective communication is very vital in today's world. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to the speakers, listening carefully to the language use. I'll take note of any misuse of the English language, as well as I'll note down any outstanding words, quotes, or sayings or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my responsibility to announce the word of the day. And I'll request all of you who are going to speak today to use this word of the day. And the word of the day is valor. It's a noun, and it means great courage, boldness, or determination in the face of danger. Some of the synonyms, it means bravery, courage, fearlessness, heroism. The antonyms or the opposite of this word are cowardice, weakness, and timidity. To give you a background to this originality of this word, it started as a Latin long time ago called valere. It then moved on to a French and then came into a Middle English language called valor. Some of the examples in sentences: the king knighted the soldier for his valor. They owed their lives to the valor of the fireman. And I would like to put a challenge to each one of you here in this meeting. And what is that challenge? The word valor was used maximum in the 1800s, and it gradually died down in the 2000s. I would like to challenge each one of you to use this word today to move that curve slightly higher. That I will give my report at the end when called upon to do so. Over to the Toastmaster today.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Enosh Thomas. The word valor of the day is in keeping with the theme of firefighter. Who better than a firefighter to exhibit his valor? He's full of confidence, courage, and fearlessness. And he's a real hero who puts his life beyond everything else. His life is something that is, not important to him at all at the time of crisis. He doesn't think about his safety, his concern, not even his own family. That is the saddest part. I read several poems written by children about their firefighting fathers, the fears that they have at home. Do you think the firefighters don't have fears? They do have. But then the valor is all about overcoming that fear. Everybody has fears, but do you give in to that fear, or do you not succumb and overcome that? That is valor. Now, I request the R counter of the day. I can see Nasha Sasan there. So I request the R counter of the day to explain her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as clutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nasha. That was super. R counter is another very important role, as you see. And while we talk, we'll realize when you participate into table topics, you will realize how tough it is not to have fillers in your speech. Now, I request the timer to demonstrate the timing cards for the prepared speech session only as of now. The timer today is Gavel, Angel, Mithun, Charles. Request you to take over.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful, warm welcome. As timer, I will be timing the formal speeches, table topic speakers, and evaluations. I will also be alerting each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Formal speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will be raising the green card. At 6 minutes, I will be raising the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will be raising the red card. A grace period of 30 minutes will be allotted to the speaker. All the best to the speaker and good luck.
Thank you, Gavel. That was super. Now, as you can see, if you have gone through the agenda, you will see that the timer's role is colored in bright yellow, because if the timer is not taken care of, if the timer is not there and we don't keep on to the timelines and everything goes awry, it's very, very important to keep to our time. Even in our life, it is so very important. Imagine a firefighter arriving late. Simply not useful at all. So many people die in a matter of minutes because they inhale smoke. We move on to the next session of the prepared speeches. You have got the meeting roles players introduced. The speech is evaluated by Distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Pandey. I give him a warm welcome on behalf of all of you. He is an entrepreneur. He owns a yoga and wellness company, past president of WMC, and that is World Malayali Club, and area director of Area 9, mentor of St. Paul Toastmasters Club, and as you can see, distinguished Toastmaster. And for the sake of guests and Gaveliers, who is a distinguished Toastmaster? We generally call people the distinguished guest of the day. It is not some title, it's not just an adjective. The word distinguished used here in Toastmaster is not just an adjective, it is an educational title. After a person completes three different pathways and they do specific distinguished Toastmaster project, and they also coach a club, then they get this title. It requires years of hard work and commitment to become a distinguished Toastmaster. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Pandey. I request you to present the speech objectives of Harish Natarajan, who will be presenting his speech.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Toastmaster of the Day. And now I wish all the best to my speaker who is attempting his speech today. The purpose of this speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech evaluation speech. You have the speaker had to identify all the feedback given by the first speak, and then based on that evaluation, the feedback and his speech should be formatted. He can deliver the same speech or the new speech. I wish all the best to my speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Yes, today's speaker is Harish Natarajan. He is the latest, he's a very new joinee in the club, just 2 months. And in a matter of 2 months, you can't believe every meeting he has presented a speech. So consistent, regular, and plans well in advance. Right through his student life, he has been very hardworking, sincere, committed, and exemplary student, achieving great credentials. Now today, he is going to present his level 1 project for speech 2. As already he has obtained feedback, and now he has to implement that feedback. I'll announce the speech now. Harish Natarajan, A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities, Harish Natarajan. Over to you. Harish?
Yeah.
Yes.
In a small village,
Can you see
a
the
young
timer?
couple.
You can see the timer?
Yeah, I've pinned it.
Yes. Okay. If you're pinned, fine. Good.
Shall I start now?
Yes, you can start. The timer can start.
Yeah. In a small, beautiful village, a young couple, Raghu and Sheila, were having dinner together. A lonely middle-aged man sitting at the next table said to Raghu, "Hi, young man, do you have a minute?" "Certainly, uncle. Go ahead. I live in a nearby town. I wish to relocate to a new place. How do you find this place? Are the people here good?" "Well, people are people, uncle. How are they in your town?" "Oh, rude, ignorant, and intolerant people, young fellow. So they are here also, uncle. Nothing is different. Over then, no use shifting place. A few days later, the couple were shopping at a bazaar, and after finishing their shopping, they were leaving for their home. Then a robust senior citizen comes up to Raghu and says, "Hi, young man, I need your help." "Sure, uncle. How can I help you?" "I recently retired. My official quarters I'll surrender soon. I wish to relocate to a new place. I find this place lively. How are the people around here?" "People are people, uncle. What was your experience in the town you lived?" "Oh, lovely, fantastic, and fun-filled people. I wish to relocate to a small place just to live a simple life." "So they are here also, uncle. Nothing is different." "Thank you, my boy. You have made my decision-making skills so easier. You'll soon see me with my family here." The young girl, Sheila, was very curious. She asked Raghu, "How could you give startlingly different response for the same question, asking about the same people?" He said, "I said them the truth. Whatever you are, you will find them everywhere." Friends, why am I narrating this story? Well, I was born and brought up in Mumbai, also known as Mayanagari, the city of dreams, the city that never sleeps, and so on. I recently moved to Bangalore, also called as the Garden City, the city, the electronic capital of India, Silicon Valley of India, to start my career. Well, what has been my experience and emotional connect with these places? Well, Mumbai is my birthplace. It is the place where our parents built a small nest for us two children. Mumbai is very famous for its vada pav, which is basically a local version of burger originated in Maharashtra, which you can consume for just 20 rupees. Mumbai has a very vast network of local trains. Local trains is the lifeline of Mumbai. You can travel 30 to 40 kilometers in just 20 minutes with just 10 rupees. There are monorails and metro rails, which makes the traffic handling very easy. You can find people all around, be it 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the night. There are a lot of eateries open here. Mumbai has a thriving music, a dance scene, and a lot of theaters. The humid climate can make life a bit uncomfortable initially. Now, let us move to Bangalore. Bangalore has a youthful vibe. It has a lot of successful startups and multinational companies like Google, Microsoft, Ola, etc. Thanks to the green space, lot of NRA populations have settled down here. The cost of living in Bangalore is almost thrice that of Mumbai. Local trains are yet to be planned here. Both the cities, Mumbai and Bangalore, share their routes by long-distance express trains. The city usually goes to sleep around 9 p.m., after which there are lots of pubs open where people go to party. Both the cities have high traffic congestions. Both cities would have been mere concrete jungles if not for the people. In both cities, I find lovely people, hospitable arts, mouth-watering cuisines, and a lot of inspiring and passionate people. Friends, this is the tale of two cities. Their hearts beat to the rhythm of the pace we set. The pace is determined by the drums we play. The drums depend upon our own attitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Harish. That was a very interesting speech of Tale of Two Cities. Now, I request the timer to announce the timing taken by the speaker.
The speaker, Toastmaster Harish, has taken 5 minutes and 6 seconds, and yes, he is qualified.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, we start with the next session. The next session is the very interesting table topic session, and that is going to be conducted by Toastmaster Sriparna Basu. Again, a new joinee. She is full of enthusiasm. And I now leave the floor to Toastmaster Sriparna Basu to explain to you what is a table topic session about and take you through the entire session. Over to you, Sriparna.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Before I start, I just want to check if I'm audible and visible.
You are.
Great. Thank you. So, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good afternoon. One of the most exciting sections of the Toastmasters meeting is the table topic session. The main objective is to challenge members to develop the impromptu communication skills, to effectively think on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. We encourage members who have not taken up any role in the meeting and the guests to participate in the table topic session. Table topic session is specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. The session trains members to quickly organize and express their thoughts in an impromptu setting and trains members on strategies to draw from experience and present table topics effectively during special education classes. Before starting the session, I would request the timer to help us with the timing guidelines for this session. Timer, can you please help us with the guidelines for this session?
I'm sorry, I just ran into some issues.
No worries.
So table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be raising the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will be raising the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will be raising the red card. All the best to all the table topic speakers who are going to be participating, and I hope you have a wonderful session ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, timer. The theme of the day is firefighters. A firefighter serves the public. The topics today are on the people who serve us every day and make our life easier and better. Firefighters, police officers, doctors, nurses, postmen, librarians, teachers, soldiers, bus drivers, train drivers, road cleaners, they all serve the public. So let's get started. Who wants to be valorous and go first? I request a guest or a member to volunteer to speak, and I encourage everyone to use the word of the day, valor.
Avnish Kanni has raised his hand, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Avnish. Please choose a number from 1 to 6.
7. No. 5.
5. Okay. Thank you, Avnish. So, Avnish, a memorable experience with a public servant. A memorable experience with a public servant.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for this question. So, a meeting with a public servant. I myself am a public servant. I serve for the Ministry of Public Service in Mauritius. So in my ministry, there are many people, many public servants who has great valor. And when I'm talking about valor, I'm saying they are highly skillful. They have so many know-how. They know how to discuss different topics. And with their valor, I'm able to gain so many experiences. And while being among them in a meeting and in so many different tasks, even when arranging for for a meeting or for some reunions, when they're explaining things, they are very precise. When I'm talking about precision, when they talk, when they take decision, these decisions are taken with valor. And you know that the consequence will always be positive. When these people talk, you know where there is valor. And where there is valor, you know the process will be a genuine one. And I commend these people to share their valor with us, like junior officers, to be able to take the lead for the future. Over to you for your valor question.
Thank you, Avnish.
Welcome.
Who next would like to go volunteer for the next topic? If someone does not volunteer, I will be picking randomly from the participants today.
Pick up Aditya. Aditya Verlekar.
Okay, yeah, Verlekar.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay. Aditya, choose a number from between 1 to 6, barring 5.
3.
Okay, great. So the topic is qualities people who serve the public must have. Everyone, Aditya Verlekar, qualities people who serve the public must have.
Should I start? So, public servants, of course, need to be very efficient in their work and to properly serve the. I'm sorry. They also need to display valor because a lot of them are going on the front lines to for the services. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, doctors and many other public servants were going out of their way and risking their lives to save the lives of others. So it is a very commendable act that they're doing. And thank you.
That was a great effort, Aditya. Thank you. Anyone who'd like to go next?
I would wish to go next if there are no one want to participate. I guess the time.
Yes, there are others. Yes.
I'm not going to participate.
Is it Avnish again?
No, there was a timer raising his hand, so he can participate.
Okay, yeah. I can't find. Can you raise the hand?
Gavel.
Okay, fine.
Gavel and Toastmaster Anosh, could you please time me?
Yes, I will do that. Don't worry.
Okay. So, Angel, can you choose the number between 1 and 6, barring 3 and 5?
I want to go with number 4.
Great. So, Angel Charles, your topic is during COVID, doctors and nurses became warriors. Again, during COVID, doctors and nurses became warriors.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for that wonderful topic. And okay, so when I think of a public servant, many come to my mind because each and every person that deals with the public, that communicates with them, needs to have lots and lots of valor within them. And I believe one of the most important roles in the society is the doctors and nurses, because they deal with a lot of diseases, illnesses that are both contagious and non-contagious. An example of a contagious disease was the COVID-19 pandemic. Very dark time for each and every one of us because economy dropped, sales dropped, prices rose, people suffered, and most of all, people lost their jobs. The frontline workers were the ones who were most affected, and out of the frontline workers, the ones who were the bravest of them all were the doctors and nurses. Many doctors and nurses passed away because they were dealing with this very contagious disease, and that needs to be commended by everyone in this world, because that is a great sacrifice that they're doing. They sacrifice their work, their families, their time to get us a vaccine, to get us a solution to this horribly dark and dramatic time. And I feel as though we're not doing enough for those brave warriors who fought for us. So I want to commend and thank all of them who fought for us during that time. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Angel. Moving on. Do we have 3 more topics to go? Would anyone like to participate? Avnish, you've already gone. So
We have
is
already completed the timing, so I think we'll have to move on.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much. Wonderful way. Would you like to wrap up? You think? Would you like to say anything?
Yeah. I would just like to thank all the participants, and back to you, TMOD. Yeah.
Thank you, Avnish, for the very great enthusiasm that you always show. And thank you, Sri Parna, for this beautiful session. Wonderful, very thought-provoking questions that brought to light how people put on the line their lives for the sake of others. The valor that they show is so commendable, and the sense of sacrifice and selflessness with which people serve the nation, we owe a lot to so many people in our lives. So the way we run, our lives go on. Now we move on to the general evaluation session. Before that, I request the timer to announce the speech timing taken by the speakers. If all are qualified, you can post the timing taken on the chat. You can just say if the timers, the speakers, table topic speakers have all qualified for voting.
Okay, Toastmaster of the day, I am sorry to inform, but the second speaker, Aditya Verlekar, did not qualify because he only spoke for 50 seconds.
Okay, he did not complete 1 minute. Okay, fine. No
yes.
But for him, it was a first effort and great effort, Aditya. Then who else?
Rest of the speakers have qualified.
Okay. Okay, so you can put the, we move on to, I will just launch the poll now so that people remember the speakers.
Most of the day.
Yes.
If I may.
Yes.
It is the first time that Aditya Verlekar has given his table topic speech. Absolutely. And I think we are valor soldiers over here. And yes. I would like to comment that he has taken that step. So as presiding officer, I would request if I can get a thumbs up from the majority of the participants here to consider him in the poll as well.
Absolutely. My vote.
Can I have thumbs up from majority of the participants? If you can all give me a thumbs up, we can consider all the 3 of them. Wonderful, wonderful valor gestures from all of you. So all of them. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
So first speaker was, I'll just put the names, then after that we can launch. Okay, choice 1 was, okay, I'm already seeing the votes happening. Please start voting.
Toastmaster, can you just mention the names once again? Choice 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, first was Avnish. Second was Aditya. Third was
Angel.
Angel. Yes, Gavel Angel. And then who's the 4th one?
There were just three.
The three speakers.
There were just 3 speakers.
So can we launch the poll again if there is a confusion, because choice 2 is left open and 3 and 4 people are marked.
I think that would be better if you can close this poll, and if you
Yeah,
could just
and
put
I
the,
will relaunch the poll. Yeah.
with the name would be clear for all of us as well. So you can launch it later once the GE.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yes. Right.
Thank you.
So I request the general evaluator to start the evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Sakshi Srivastava.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, dear Toastmaster of the Day. I would like to applaud everyone for being so patient and so lively throughout the session of table topics, as well as the sessions that we've had until now. And now I would just request the timer to kindly help me inform the audience the timing for the evaluator of our speaker.
Thank you, General Evaluator. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will be raising the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will be raising the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will be raising the red card. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful, wonderful. And now I would request the speech evaluator for our project speaker, Toastmaster Harish. Please welcome DTM Manoj Pandey to present the evaluation. Over to you, DTM Manoj.
Thank you. General Evaluator, as it was well known that my previous speaker has given this speech one more time in the past, and he has got the comments of the evaluator to include a personal anecdote and conclude the speech with the key message. I think this purpose of the speech evaluation was well done by my speaker, Harish Natarajan. So a round of applause by all of you for his valor act of delivering the speech as mentioned. Now, coming to my evaluation on his speech today, due to some technical cause that we are holding this meeting online, I somewhere thought that the speaker could be a little more louder. He started with a great energy, and with changing his place when two people were conversing, that was too good to have that act from you, as you well demonstrated that how the conversation should go in a speech. But there could be a little bit of voice modulation also. And as you know that there was enough time for you to take meaningful pauses, which allows the audience to grasp the message. So there was nothing to hurry on. So that is one suggestion that I can give it to you for your future speeches. Now, coming to the next, what was good and what can be done even better was your energy. You were speaking out what you wanted to speak, but were you communicating or not, that can give you more facial gesture and uses of your hand gesture. Towards the end, I found that you started with a great enthusiasm, but towards the end, you were just trying to conclude your speech. And the third thing which I noticed, that today you were looking at notes here and there. So just if that is needed also, if you are not prepared well, I can understand due to the lack of time and the brevity of a lot of things that goes in your life, you can just make a pointers. Okay, so with the pointers, you can just go on speaking what you want to speak, because it is your speech and you are giving it second time. You have wrote it. Nobody else knows what you left and what you added on. So just be yourself. And with that great valor, once again, I wanted that, keep that valor on in your life, and whenever needed, come on the stage and be yourself. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evaluator DTM Manoj. That was wonderful. Now I would request, I hope Toastmaster Girish and I wish Toastmaster Harish, adds up all the recommendations and is shining brighter with every speech ahead. Next, we move to the first report from our team, the AHA counter report, and I would request Toastmaster Nasha to kindly present her report. Over to you, Toastmaster Nasha.
Thanks, General Evaluator. Our Toastmaster of the day, Girija had 2 hours. Our General Evaluator, Sakshi, had 1 hour. Our speaker, Harish, repeated the word well. Evaluator Manoj had 1 hour. Our timer had 4 hours. Toastmaster, table topic master, Sri Parna had 4 hours. And the table topic commentators, starting off with Avnish repeated and I. Aditya had 4 hours. And grammarian Renuj had 1 hour. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Fabulous, marvelous report. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasha. And now, as we invite our next role player, the next person, the next observer of this team, please join me in applauding his hilariousness in taking decisions today as the presiding officer, as he was requesting for an approval with backup role players when there was maybe skepticism of if at all someone has not joined on time. And secondly, when he requested the Toastmaster of the Day for a vote for a member who was so new to the platform that could be added into the voting lines. Thank you so much. With that, let's welcome the grammarian for the day, DTM Renosh Thomas. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sakshi. Once again, greetings to all the fellow Toastmasters, Gaveliers, and guests here. My hands were busy today since the word of the day was announced. Till this very moment, our General Evaluator, in fact, used the word. And I'm so pleased to say 17 times the word valor has been used. I think I need to send this to Wikipedia and tell them 2023 to change that figure to make that graph up. So well done, absolutely wonderful. The second thing that I loved is that all the table topic speakers have used the word of the day as well. Fantastic. I'm so happy to put that forth to all of you. These are the speakers who have used the word of the day: Toastmaster Girija, Toastmaster Sriparna Basu, all the table topic commentators. We had Avnish, Aditya, and Gavelier Angel. We had the evaluator DTM Manoj, as well as our general evaluator Toastmaster Sakshi. They've used the word valor, valorous, both have been used. There was a metaphor that I had heard by our speaker today: both cities would be as concrete channels. Good use of metaphors in sentences as well. With that, I do not have anything specific in terms of any grammatical errors, but I'm sure these are platforms for each one of us to enhance our vocab, and I'm hopeful to see more valorous speakers coming up and springing forth in the future. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, dear grammarian. And now let's welcome someone who's been hiding behind the clock. We request you to please come up front and show your face to all of us, for we are eagerly waiting for the timer report. Dear Gavelier, Angel Mithun Charles.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, welcome back again. I've probably come up here, cropped up on your screen multiple times throughout this entire session, but don't worry, I'm not going to be here for too long. All evaluators have been qualified, and yes, we can move on with the polls. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Great, great. Okay, so now it's time for the Gaveliers to get an introduction. Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Gavelier Angel, for that chat message about the timing of our evaluator. Thank you so much. Okay. So now let's go on. Let all the Gaveliers and their parents probably are getting introduced to the teacher, no, rather the principal of this classroom of Toastmasters today here. I am Toastmaster Sakshi presenting my General Evaluator report. And my report is quite colorful because the first time I saw the agenda, it was so vibrant. It was so vibrant. There were 5 beauties of that one agenda. First thing, there was respect for each club. It's a joint meeting. The ex-com members of each of these clubs was mentioned. The name of each of these clubs was mentioned. Everything, it adds to how much value we put in and how much we honor our clubs for joining for this particular meeting. Kudos to all the clubs for being here. Thank you so much. Second was, and kudos to the person who created that agenda. I'm sorry, I don't know the name, but please convey my compliments. Second, the color coding. It was so vibrant, so clear, so apt, and absolutely 100% organized. Whether it was for timing, for roles, for sessions, everything. That talks of the detail that goes into just that one document. Second was the timing detail, especially the timing for the the session, the prepared speaker, the evaluation, and the table topic session. Kudos. One more timing detail was for that one role player who comes from the Gavelier Club, Toastmaster Gavelier Angel Mithun Charles. Her name was highlighted in yellow in the agenda because she's someone who's starting her journey into Toastmasters. Wonderful, wonderful. Fourth point was the name of the club, the name of each role player, the club names, the color highlights, and most importantly, the agenda was getting approved before the meeting started. And kudos to the presiding officer because he had his backup plans just in case there was someone falling short. He wasn't asking someone, would you like to take it? No, he was ready with his plans. Kudos, that talks a lot. Now we come to the poster. Lovely poster. The meeting link was so without registrations, it was directly bringing us to the meeting. That's so warm and welcoming gesture. And the virtual background. Kudos to the PR team who's created that wonderful virtual background. Now coming to the team of role players, I have kept, or rather written, just one adjective for each. And of course, we can go into details but I hope that one adjective qualifies for beauty of the work that each of them has done. Sergeant at Arms, exact and precise, and so warm. You really set the tone of the meeting today. Kudos to you, dear Regina. The presiding officer truly living up to the motto of Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Someone who was taking decisions and going ahead on the spot. The Toastmaster of the day, coordination and warmth. Coordination not just with the role players, but about the theme as well. With every session starting, you had some information coming up. That was brilliant. The speaker, organization, sheer contrast of one city and then the other truly speaks of how much hard work you've done into that. The evaluator. Most important thing, encouragement in the technique of providing an evaluation to a speaker, because it is not just for that speaker, it is for everyone in the audience who's listening and may have done it or are going to do that project ahead. The table topics master, creativity. If you are a very straight thinking person, you can think, oh, what to bring in this theme, how to bring out topics. But then they were so varied, right? From the ministry to public service to doctors, everything, you brought everything in. That speaks creativity. Then we had, my team of the timer. so poised. Timer, although the time is rushing and running for everyone, but the timer role player, those Gavel Angel, you were so poised. Kudos. The aha counter, mighty details. It takes immense effort to just to listen to the sentence and listen to that taken, or that the long pause taken. It really takes an effort, and kudos to you for having done that so well, Toastmaster Nasha. The grammarian of the day, and I already appreciated you for how well you have performed as a presiding officer, but in the dual role that you were doing as a grammarian, the beauty was not just introduction of the meaning, synonym, and antonyms, but also the graph that you showed, not just the uses of in a sentence, but the graph. And of course, the humor that you added with that the graph should be turned up by the Wikipedia very soon. Kudos to each one of you. My recommendation, just one. And one more point that I wanted to add was the attendance. We started off with almost 25 members and we rose high to a good number of 34. And then maybe a little slump because the timings are different for every club and the region that we are in. I understand that. Just one recommendation, especially that we can add more members who are going to join, not just the ones who are role players, and include them in some way in our meeting, so that maybe as table topic speakers or something. And now the last word for the ventriloquist. Our guest Suchitra was marvelous. And why did I keep this for the last? Because the content that I have noted from her goes into Toastmasters and is so apt for how Toastmasters are going to polish all of our skills. First thing, she had voice modulation. The highs and lows and jokes and frustrations and everything, there was voice modulation. Vocal variety when she was a female as Suchitra, and a male voice when it was Julio. The vocal variety. And then there was expressions, the pace, rushing, and then slowing down, and then again rushing, and then again slowing down, the pace. The beauty of every speech is the content, like we said, her script. And during the question and answer session also, like she mentioned, all of us put in a lot of effort into writing that script that we are going to present to our audience. And next was, beauty. One more beautiful thing was that she was so beautifully appreciated and introduced by our Toastmaster of the day. And then she responded back with a lot of gratitude to her because she invited them over. That is also one of the things that we have in Toastmasters, respect for each other across the teams and collaboration, of course. And I loved the questions that were asked during the Q&A session, and how marvelously interactively answered and taken ahead, transitioning with Toastmaster Girija doing that. With that, I think I would like to wrap up the meeting. Kudos to District 98 and District 20 for coming together. And just one quote for our firefighters who say, safety first is safety always. For Toastmasters, preparation first is preparedness always. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you for a complete, comprehensive, clear, and very valorous report. You just pointed out all the good things that each one of us did, and at the same time made us aware what other things that we need to have. Thank you so much for your minute observations about everything that has happened during the meeting. I'm sure now the Gavel Club members, the prospective Gavel Club members have got a complete idea of the different role players, what is their role and how they do it, and how it contributes to the effectiveness of their public speaking skills. Now, coming back to the theme, if I do not talk about the feelings of a firefighter, I think we have not completed it, because we have to really get into the shoes, the heart of the person. That is when we'll really feel it. So let me sum it up with this very touching note that I saw written by a firefighter, an experienced firefighter. I wish you could know what it is to search a burning bedroom for trapped children at 3 a.m. Flames rolling above your head, your palms and knees burning as you crawl, the floor sagging under your weight as the kitchen below you burns. I wish you could comprehend a wife's horror at 6 in the morning as they check her husband of 40 years for a pulse and find none. I start CPR anyway, hoping to bring him back, knowing intuitively it is too late, but wanting his wife and family to know everything possible was done to try and save his life. That is what is my job. I wish you knew the unique smell of burning insulation, the taste of soot-filled mucus, the feeling of intense heat through your turnout gear, the sound of flames crackling, the eeriness of being able to see absolutely nothing in dense smoke sensation that I have become too familiar with. I wish you could read my mind as I respond to a building fire. Is this a false alarm or a working fire? How is a building constructed? What hazards await me? Is anyone trapped? Or to call and ask what is wrong with the patient? Is it minor or life-threatening? Is the caller really in distress or is he waiting for us with a 2x4 or with a gun? I wish you could be in the emergency room as a doctor is there to take care. Very often we don't reach a place in time. And when we go to a doctor and the doctor pronounces dead a beautiful 5-year-old that I've turned in, that I've been trying to save during the past 25 minutes, knowing she will never go on her first date. And she will never say the words, "I love you, mommy," ever again. I wish you could know the frustration I feel in the cab of the engine squad or in my personal vehicle. The driver with his foot pressing down hard on the pedal, my arm tugging again and again at the air horn chain, and as if failed to yield the right of way at an intersection or in traffic. I hope you understand. When you need us, however, your first comment upon our arrival is always, "It took you forever to get here." I understand. I wish you could know my thoughts as I help extricate a girl of teenage years from the remains of her automobile. What if this was my daughter, sister, my wife, or a friend? What were her parents' reaction going to be when they opened the door to find a police officer with a hat in hand? I wish you could know how it feels to walk in the back door and greet my parents and family, not having the heart to tell them that I nearly did not come back from the last call. I wish you could know how it feels dispatching officers, firefighters, and when we call for them and our heart drops because no one answers back to a bone-chilling 911 call of a child or a wife needing assistance. I wish you could realize the physical, emotional, and mental drain of missed meals, lost sleep, and foregone social activities, in addition to all the tragedy my eyes have seen. I wish you could know the brotherhood and self-satisfaction of helping save a life, of preserving someone's property, or being able to be there in times of crisis, of creating order from total chaos. I wish you could understand what it feels like to have a little boy tugging at your arm and asking, "Is my mommy okay?" I wish you could understand that what it is to hold your buddy and doing CPR for him. And unless you have lived with this kind of life, you will never truly understand or appreciate who I am, who we are, or what our job really means to us. I wish you could, though, appreciate and support the local workers, firefighters, law enforcement officers in your area, in your country. One day, they'll probably be saving your property or your own life. When you see them coming with lights flashing, move to your right quickly and then pray for them. Pray for the worst, plan for the worst, and hope for the best. Pray for them with all your heart. With this homage, I close the theme of the day and I will launch the polls for the various role players. I'll start again with the table topic speaker of the day. Please vote for them quickly. Yes. Note it down. Nine people have voted out of 12. I request more people to vote. Please, 75% participation, though there is a clear win now, but still, if 2 more people at least can vote. Please, can you vote? I'll close the poll. Congratulations to the winner, Gavel, Angel Mithun Charles. Congratulations. That was beautiful. Now I go back to the next poll. Yes. There is a poll for the best auxiliary meeting role player. As you can see, grammarian Renesh Thomas, our counter Nasha Sasin, and timer Leah Annie Biju. Yes, only 2 votes have come in as of now. 3 votes. Please, I request everybody to vote. I cannot vote. Please vote. Please cast your vote. 9 out of 10. Yes, 10 out of 12. Yes, please, please. Yes. Grammarian Bim's thumbs down. Distinguished Toastmaster Renesh Thomas. I appreciate the efforts put in by timer and our counter. Without you, the meeting is not meaningful, but this is a poll. Congratulations, Distinguished Toastmaster Renesh Thomas, for a beautiful, well-executed role. I'm sharing the results. You all can see. Now we move on to the next poll. This is for the best primary meeting role player, Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, and general evaluator. Wonderful. Everybody has voted, and hands down, Sashi Srivastava, a general evaluator, has won. Congratulations, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing such a beautiful and giving us such a beautiful experience. I'm sure that all of you have seen the certificates. Thank you, DTM Renesh Thomas, for that support, for sharing the certificate immediately. Thank you so much. So with this, we can have again one more quick group photograph, and then we can have the meeting will be adjourned. Can we have a group photograph, or we already have done? We already had a group photograph, I think. Yes, he has shared. So, okay, I'll declare the meeting adjourned, and I request you all to stay back for any feedback and sharing your opinions, suggestions, and yes. Thank you.
You'll have to give the control to me to adjourn.
Yes, sorry. I really forgot. Yes. The presiding officer was looking for Girish Mittal and I didn't realize, so I thought, okay, yes. Handing over to Renesh Thomas, the presiding officer, to conduct the rest of the meeting proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Before I wind up this meeting, first a few certificates which I would like to present, because they've taken the time off and come today as well to be a part of our meeting. So in the absence of our ventriloquist, let me, however, still take this on behalf of all the clubs present here to give a big round of applause and thank you to Suchitra for the session that she had presented to us. Next, we had general evaluators. So a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sakshi Srivastava for taking her time off and coming to us today on a Sunday at her place. It's a holiday when many people would have gone with their private personal commitments, but she has taken a time off and been here with us. So a big round of applause to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sakshi. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. We have also our distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Pandey, who was a speech evaluator, who had come in today despite his busy schedule. Just to tell the audience here that in the Middle East, Sundays are working days. So, and that too is the Ramadan time over here. So these are some of the few factors where you might have got less audience, but we have got a very good feedback. Many have been messaging me that they would like to have another round of this session, and probably even after Eid holidays, hopefully. So it has been welcomed by many of the people. So well done. And thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Pandey. I would just like to say a few things. When the theme of the day was told by our VP Education, Toastmaster Girija, what came into my mind was the word hero. And I remember the time when I was young in my school days, and probably even now, we still think of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and so forth. There are so many such heroes that we call in our life, and people would like to, see that and follow. But are you any one of them? Well, in fact, if you are a father or a mother or a son or a daughter, or for that matter, if you are a sibling, a brother or a sister, or any person in this world, you have the heroism in you. I remember a quote that goes, "A true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart." For each one of us, no matter who we are, we have a role in this world to play. And each one of us are heroes. We might not be the Superman and Superwoman, but each of us are the Superman and Superwoman for others. Probably for the Gaveliers out here, you might be saying, distinguished Toastmaster Rinosh, what do you say? It's so tough in my school, my college, and post-graduation, and for those who are working, it might be so hard in the professional life. Let me quote Martin Luther King Jr. "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." And I'm sure that's the essence of Toastmasters since the inception nearly 100 years ago by Ralph C. Smedley. The vision and the mission is alive in each one of us, and it has generated 300,000 heroes plus in this world across 17,000 clubs across 145 countries. Salute to all those heroes who have come in, who have played their part. You're all valors, you're all soldiers in your own essence. And with that, in honor of all the firemen as well, and all the people in the world, a salute to them. With that, let me adjourn the meeting of all these 4 clubs. Thank you.
I'll close the recording now.